So to lay out the tenons, now we have to keep in mind that when you consider like the front two rails, the back rails and the front rails, like total 4 of them, the end to end like length should be like between the tenon shoulders should be same applies for the side rails. So we want to like mark those like all at once. So this is the front top rail, this is the back top, so it goes this way. Now I did like chop this or like cut this to try my best to have it to length, but even if they are slightly off doesn't matter, because what matters is the shoulder length, like shoulder to shoulder. If they are like aligned perfectly, that's what so clamp these together. Now once I have these together, take some time. I mean, I'm trying to hammer tap and bring this to align this as much close to like I can get. As I said, doesn't matter as much like if they are slightly off, because I think that's good enough. Tighten these. Now I want to mark these like so these are the front, so 1 inch. So tenon length is going to be 1 inch. Now what I meant to say was that a 16th off, like even if I'm off by a bit, since all of these are aligned, so I will have like a let me get the first mark for like first. I can fine tune that or deepen that. Then mark the tenons on the individual pieces. I'll do the same thing on the side 4 side rails, but in that case instead of 1 inch they will be deeper, so it will be 1 3/8. Work on one piece at a time, like whichever one I was working on, because it's so easy to like mess up things. So this is the one I was working on, I believe. Yeah, this is the front left because I have that triangle. Let me keep the other one aside. I had chopped the mortise on this one also, so I don't want to mix things up. So I'll first work on the front instead of the back, because this is the front. I'll keep this one aside. Yes, this is short, like or a stubby tenon, so I need to be even more accurate. I mean, more accurate, like when as far as the thickness of the tenon is concerned. That's what I meant. Now this mortise gauge was like I had made it as per this groove. Yeah, so this width is fine. So what I want to do is like I'll try my best to align it to the center. I'll still work off my face edge, but like ensuring it is at the center has its advantages. So even if I eyeballing the center, tighten it, put two dots there, and definitely not at the center. But so my goal right now is to move it such that I'll settle for this one, otherwise I will be going all. Now I'll use this is my face edge, so here I'll mark with a pencil. I'll cut the tenon fat like which we usually do. Now I could split cut, I could use the saw, because I will try both eventually, but the fact that I sharpened my tenon saw, I do want to this is my first tenon on this project, so I'm cutting it a little bit extra fat because I don't know, like I normally angle it slightly. I forgot to do that. It's more convenient, this angle. Making sure I'm not going below the shoulder line. Making sure my saw stays in this curve, and I'm watching this line to like first I want to establish this side diagonal cut. Once I have that established, I can just use this depth and this depth to guide my saw. This is such a wide tenon that Yeah, saw is binding a little bit. Binding not because it is not sharp, because I sharpened it. It's because it's unable to clear all the particles. Pressing this so that my saw stays on track. To this side now, obviously I expect this to be not going, but having said that, it's fat, which is expected. But now I can work with my router plane. I will use the Veritas router plane this time instead of the other one because I haven't sharpened that one. With the same depth, I didn't like it wasn't even hitting at one end, but I was just trying to make sure that this is I start parallel. So let me see on the other side. So with the same setting, if it obviously it is not hitting anywhere. Slowly increase the depth a little bit. Still not going. We'll check the other side. Well, that's how I'm going to creep up to the I think if I take from the other side, it will be close. It's just starting to get in, but way too tight. Starting to little bit more. Because had it been like a, if I were working on a tenon where it's in the center of a piece, and probably I will start with that tight, but here it will probably crack. Will it hold or will it snap? Let me try a little bit. Just taking off the corners. Not fully, just the corners. I think I can take that because it's still like has a decent bite. So basically same setting from the other side. In principle, this is like equidistance from both. I think this is good. I mean, I will take out a little bit more if needed. Now I have to clean the shoulders as per the knife line, and then I have to cut the haunch. The next thing I'm doing is I have to cut the haunch, or like yeah, so basically like to measure the haunch, I have to make sure that these shoulders are like perfect. In any case, I have to do this so that the joint is perfect. So I'm just using my knife wall to chop this down as vertically as I can. The sharper the chisel, the obviously the easier it is, or the better it is in this, especially in this case. This side, I've never used a shoulder plane. I don't have one, but I think as I understand, this might be a good place to use the shoulder plane. Not needed, as you can see, you can do just the chisel, but probably that makes it easier. I'm trying my best not to undercut, stay on my knife line and be as perpendicular as possible. I really like this chisel. So I got on eBay. This is a Wards chisel. It's a 1.5 inch, quite wide. The reason, like, I just wanted the. I've heard about the vintage chisels, and I already had a 1 inch chisel. My Narex Richter, I didn't need one, so I thought I will. If I have to get one, it will be that size. So I really love the way that it. that it holds the edge. And yeah, and by the way, not sure if you may have seen, this is a new one. I invested in another. I just got a good deal on this one. These are like such lifetime tools. Did I need one more? No, I think this will last a lifetime. This is my older one, exactly the same. The reason I got one is because of the deal, and this is a lifetime tool. I cannot I know for sure now that they are just wonderful. Okay, now I have to measure exactly where to, on which side the haunch needs to be. Just trying to align it. Take a pencil. That's the mark. And how deep? So that is where the fact that I marked the knife line, or sorry, the fact that I made this edge square, it gives me a better chance of. I use the let's see. I have a small nick with the knife. I will use that to mark it. I wish I had various camera angles. There is the wall in front of me. I would ideally like to keep the camera on the front if it has to be a single angle. But this is what I have sometimes. And I am right-handed. So even though I want to come this way and show it, I don't have any space. So I'm trying to work with, do my best to make these videos helpful for everyone, for me, for someone to view. But hopefully someday I'll get better at recording, and I will have more better facilities and all. That's what I mean. Now this vertical line, I can just use this ruler, register against this shoulder, and this doesn't need to be a knife wall. This is long grain. So this. And in the past projects, like the haunch that I have cut are usually not visible. This one is going to be under the lid, but still on the top it's clearly visible once you lift the lid. So I am trying my best to keep it very accurate if I can. This one. I try to stay right on the line, this one, but this one I have to stay on the waist side of the knife wall. I want to, yeah, on the waist side. I'll create a step down here. I could use a finer tooth saw, but let me keep this. It may help me measure something. That's I don't know, if I may need that for something or not. So this is where I have the haunch. I can still see the little bit of knife. I may need some cleanup, but let me see how it fits. And as I said, like, I have to be very cautious. Like, I don't want it so tight that it if it is too tight, it may snap, it may crack, or something may give up. Does seem like it is a little bit too tight. I have to take a little bit more material. I'm hoping this will go. So let me ease the corners a little bit so that it gets a good start, like less chances of things like splitting or anything. And I can also see that haunch, like the knife wall of the haunch protruding a little bit. So let me try to clean that up also. Just a little bit. There is going to be a miter on one side, so I don't remember which one, but this just yeah, I have learned that this is a good practice to take off the edges. Now let's see. I'm hoping this should go in, but I'm still not going to force it in. If I have to take a little bit more, I'll do that. But it does look like it's going in very well. We do like I think it will go, but I still want to be cautious there. Trying to hear for any, still a little bit tight, so I'll take it out. I have like experience by now that if I try to force this in, likely so if I try to force it in, very likely this side is the one that is going to crack. And this is the advantage. I have not cut it to length, so there is still a little bit more material. So if I had cut to length, there would be even less support. So I will cut this at the very end. So what I'm trying to do now is let's see if these walls are all vertical or not. Let me first check that. I'm not trying to pair cut and thin down these walls, but I'm trying to see like whether some cleanup or like whether they are straight or not. That's what I'm trying to say. They all seem to be nice. Seems I have cleaned it up. Yeah, that's fine. Glad I checked. The other side. I see like this side wall may not be too vertical, so let me try to fix that. It's going in, but I'm just feeling it's still slightly tighter than I would like. I'll take it out. I'm not going to this thing. If it snaps, then as you can see, this is like a stubby tenon, like such a short thing, and at the same time, you see here like gluing surface on this side. Like you have the other opening, so there is not much of gluing surface on this wall. On this wall, there is not much of gluing surface though. Like this is the only like true gluing surface I can say. The other side is less. So I have to be like more accurate here. Like I really like the way this is going. See hand pressure and it's going. That's what I wanted, but still like carefully tap this in. This thing is going in pretty nice. Still trying to see. It's holding very nice, but it hasn't gone in fully. Trying to see like if something is holding off. A lot of loose debris there. I don't think they will hold off, but let's see. I think this will go in. I mean, I hope so. So this thing is going in very tight. This is like very well. So it's all holding under the weight. It hasn't gone in fully here, this shoulder. But as you can see, this haunch, this has bottomed out. So that's what is holding it. Normally when the haunch is not visible, I try to like keep it shorter because I don't want it to impact the joint as much. But yeah, it's way off. Let me put a pencil mark and I have to take out this much of thickness from the haunch. It wasn't too bad. To get mixed up. See, it's going with hand pressure. That is very nice. It's still, it went in very well this time. Still bottoming out a little bit. This tenon has taken me a very long time, but lot of learning for me. Just trying to mark my knife wall just so to have a good starting point, like a accurate starting point. Let me try to first chisel this vertically downwards to get the start. Can I go completely this way? I Okay, so this thing, try again. I keep doing that. I can't lose my patience. Wonderful. Very happy with how it came out. No gaps. I think I can still like give one more hammer tap and it will go in. And you see the inside, it also shows me like this thing like gives me a view of how it looks like from inside. I'm very happy with how it came out. I have to now work on this tenon, this side. So this is the side rail. One thing I have to do is that before I cut the tenon, I have to actually plow the groove there first, because once I plow the groove, or rather if I cut the tenon first, then I won't have a registration phase for the groove. So I have to make the groove first. Let me name this so that I don't get I'm really happy with how this tenon came out. Did I name it B? Oh, already it is B. So if I call it B, one thing I could do here, which I know I have to do eventually, is I have to cut this miter at the end, because once I try the other tenon, this thing is going to hold it. If I put the other tenon first, then this one can't go in, and vice versa. So I have to make sure that this is well in, and then I can take the marking right now. Just put a couple more taps, then I'll go inside with the knife and right in the corner, this side. Let me see which side. Can't mess it up. Yeah, this side it has to be. That's it. If I had forgotten right now to do this, then no worries. I could put it once again and do it. So let me work on the other side.